Peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. As you come on in, please know that you're in a safe space. Please know that you are in a space of learning and getting learned out. Please know that you're in a space of educating and being educated. Please know that you're in a space for comments, concerns, questions, answers, dialogue, conversation, intelligence, analyzing. Know that this is your space, a space of love, a space where we work on unity to get on the path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, wherever y'all at, if y'all up, please make sure all contact information is in the chat for the duration of the class. Please make sure all funding information is in the chat for the duration of class. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Please book an assessment. If you are already up under my care, get your sessions in. Book your session. Let's stay on top of it as we're watching the world through a very cluttered lens. Okay? If you or anybody you know is in need of domestic violence intervention, of intimate relationship abuse, please book an assessment. Find out everything that you need to know, what you need to be alerted to, the behaviors that should alarm you, what you need as far as awareness of domestic violence and how dangerous it is and how easily it can be triggered. Remember, the life you save could be your own. Salute, salute, salute. Man, it's late. I know y'all loving it on the West Coast. I know y'all loving it overseas. My East Coast brethren, sistren. I know. You see, I got to hit the Bustelo. It won't be long. Trust me. It is also the first of the month. So I know a lot of you are triggered. You had to come up out that pocket and hit them people off. Yeah. So I know y'all need some relaxation tonight. That's why so many of y'all may be up. Some of y'all may be watching Kyrie Irving play Dallas. But I couldn't let the evening pass, no matter how frazzled I am. I just got off the road, as my classroom assistant, my sniper, knows, because she got that nice hug, that embrace. I was on the road, Jack, so I had to go peek in on some of the peoples. Yeah, yes, yes. Okay? So when you come back into town, everything is frazzled. But I could not allow today, right? May uno, knowledge, right? Go by, because this is Mental Health Awareness Month. Yes. So every day this month, I'm making an attempt to get on in the middle of sessions, in the middle of my scheduled sessions, no matter how late it may be, no matter how early it may be, I'm gonna make an attempt to get something in live. Okay? Jewel, salute for the super chat. You dig? So I'm making an attempt to get it in, because mental health, as we see, and as we shall see tonight, is a very, very troubling struggle that many of us are not addressing. And it could be as subtle as us having little anxiety attacks, or it could be as massive as some of us losing our damn mind, not being focused. So I want to make sure that through this month, classes be a little bit more intense as far as the language when it comes to therapy. And we want as many people to share in the chat, excuse me, to share whatever they may be going through. Also, link up, exchange emails and DMs and all that. Join the group chat on Instagram. And let's make sure we have a space where we all can provide just a little bit of healing for each other in the mix of everything. Because as you see, nobody is going to do it for us but us. I keep telling you that. And as small as this class is, you understand, the people who come continuously to class are always going to be the ones that benefit the most from this very intimate group. You understand? We're not playing. We are definitely here to love on each other, to make sure we deal with each other in the most honest way, excuse me, and to make sure, right, that we provide each other with specifics so that we can have tools that enhance the quality of our lives daily. Okay? So let's see who's in this late class. Yeah. Ooh, Adrian Graham is in class, first in class. Oh. Watch it now. Andrea Jones. Salute. Yes. Black Queen to me. Okay. E. Blandon is in the spot. Tiara's up. Go ahead, Tiara. Big Kaya. Big Kia. Big Kaya. Big Kia. Kia. 55 for you. Yeah, 55 for you, gal. Gotcha. Merklo, what's going on? GB, what up? Bernadette. Peace. Cool K Kane. What's going on? F Rich. Peace. 55 F Rich. That's what the F for? 55. Yeah. 55 for F Rich. Zone 864 TV. Bushhead, what up? George Johnson, what up? Geechee. Angel Dickerson. King Hazy. Oh, go ahead, Hazy. What up? Ty, the beneficiary. You just beneficiaried of 55. Yeah, that's your benefit, Ty. Take that, 55. You got that? See, Blaze, Sniper, what's going on? Ken Williams. Nehemiah Washington. Al Heyman, 55 with your good promoting ass. Yeah, 55. Yeah, Ty, what up? Think for yourself. What's going on? Yeah, we already shouted you Wells. A Wood is in the building. What up, A Wood? D Fat 55. D Fat. Gotcha. Kyra Nose is in the spot. Wait a goddamn minute. Rashida got a 55, y'all. Everybody put 55s in the chat for Rashida. 55, 55, 55. Mally, what's up? Yeah, the city. What's going on? Nehemiah Washington, salute. Salute for funding the war effort. Angel Dickerson, what's going on? Saul, what up? Versace Broccoli, what up? Yeah. Polio epidemic, 55. Yeah. People playing with me this late night on a Monday. Strolling their ass up in here. Oh man, we gonna get to it. YouTube Disciple Gang Leader. Salute. All right, now let's get to it. Somebody tag A Boogie with the hoodie. Tag his super Spider-Verse ass. Tag him. Don't know what the hell's the matter with these young folk. Tag A Boogie with the hoodie. Somebody call Dr. Umar and tag Sister Suki. Sukiana. The custody. Somebody tag her. Call Dr. Umar. Make sure he bailed her out. Yeah. Somebody tag this new little thing. Stunna girl. Some may not even have heard of her. I know I damn sure didn't. But tag her and her husband, Rich Moolah 500. We gonna see how rich they are after this damn class. Yeah. And please, somebody tag the cast of New York Undercover and tell them to sit their old ass down. Grippergate is over with. But since they wanted to be part of the conversation, tag them in class. Tag Malik Yoba. Tag Velez. And tag the, excuse me, Lower East Side fake ass Mark Anthony. Tag him up in there too. Let's get to it. First, and with all seriousness, the homie who lit up Charlotte, North Carolina. First of all, I want to thank everybody who reached out to me because they knew I was in the area, okay? Much appreciated. But as you know, me in the South, we don't see eye to eye. So I'm always extra on point. And I was actually on my way back to the town when I started getting the Citizen app, started getting Associated Press notifications, and then all of a sudden my DMs started blowing up. Facebook Messenger, comrade, where you at? Teacher, where you at? Are you safe? You still in the area? I was nowhere near Charlotte. But as the reels kept coming through and more information came, homie act like a hornet for real. And he let that thing go. Now, for some, this is the way to move. Okay? And I'm going to say that for some, because it's happening more and more, our men are manifesting this rhetoric of holding court in the street. Now, it may sound good for some. It may sound as if it's something slick to say. But what I will say, that for us, in the space that we in, we should want to be more of an asset to our people and to the community than be a martyr without a cause. Okay, hear me out, because the streets isn't a cause. That's just not a cause at all. And for anybody to lose their life for some type of code or some type of street law or some type of, I don't know, a notion of being about it, nah, it's a waste. But because of the mental illness, right, the mental imbalance that many of our black men, our melanated men, are going through, are struggling with, that seems to be, for them, the ultimate release. Okay? That seems to be the ultimate release. And for me, looking, observing, witnessing the lifestyles that the majority of our men, okay, are living through, are participating and partaking in, it is, for me, some may not agree, but these are suicidal lifestyles. This is a hurtful yearning in 2024 for anybody with any type of sense and with any age on them. I mean, anybody outside of 21 that still believes that living by the streets, that they are real, that they are obligated to live by what any level of hustle in the streets that they may be on, it's a bit insane. It's bordering on insanity. Now, this isn't the 80s where we knew no better, where we didn't see, right, or couldn't foresee specific end results, because we actually saw people, we actually witnessed people winning in the 80s. We actually saw the rise of crack kingpins, people taking money from the illicit crack trade and opening businesses such as barbershops and nail salons and laundromats and buying real estate, where we seen people and we was like, oh, they winning at that, right? You know, some may have even escaped justice through the justice system. I mean, we witnessed it. So therefore, the influence, the pull of the street life, of whatever hustle, was very strong, because there was a hope that you could get in and get out. There was a hope that you can get rich, right? Because remember, I told you, hope is something that we have because we have seen an outcome. We have witnessed an outcome. Faith, you don't know what's on the other side of faith. That's why they call it blind faith. You don't know the outcome. There is no witness to the outcome of faith, right? We never witnessed that. We never seen Jesus walk on water. That's so Christianity, right? Organized religion. That's faith. You don't know the outcome. But hope, you see it because it happened before. So you hoping it happened again. There's a possibility. So within that street element, within the selling of the drugs, within the stick-up kids, right? Within the jostling, within the pimping, within all these street hustles, right? You was pulled in. 90s came, still was a little bit of hope there. Once 9/11 happened and we moved into the technological age, now people got blind faith into this shit that they're doing. And they're getting caught up in it more and more, right? So this is what I see. This is when I witness and I hear the language and I see the people manifesting that language through their daily lifestyles. Through their daily lifestyles. So these are suicidal tendencies, but people never use that term because they believe it's too extreme. But when you're living a street life, when you're living a nigga life, when you're living a life of shucking and jiving and slang and talking and moving in certain manners with no purpose or a regressive purpose, that's suicidal. Because we know the end results. We know the end results. The end results of the justice system or the cemetery. That's it. Those are the only two end results to any hustle. As we just witnessed, right? The young, melanated girl get 30 years for shoplifting, right? For stealing, for taking shit. Where was that, in Florida? They offered her 3 years. She blew trial and they giving her 30, right? This is what they doing. Sunshine Mel, what up? Take this 55 too. Yeah. So they gave the melanated sister 30 years for dumb shit because she kept getting caught and she still got 2 more cases to get sentenced on. You see, that is a suicidal belief system that you can continuously do what you've been doing. This is where our people are at, the majority of our people, because the majority are not here. Regardless of how late it is, we averaging about maybe 150 to 175 in class. So we had 104, right? And while some people may sit in class and, excuse me, be ready for and be ready for the lessons and use the lessons in their daily life to move around, the majority ain't trying to hear what I got to say. That's an absolute fact. Ain't that right, C-Blades? We can sit and observe and watch people in their essence. And they don't give a damn about melanated folk. They don't give a damn about reparations. They don't give a damn about liberation. They don't give a damn about anything that has to do with us. And they are of us. That's the majority. So the majority of our people are suicidal and manifesting it in their lifestyles. When you still talk and get over. Revolution and liberation is never about getting over. It's about running through. It's about acknowledging your enemy, understanding what is utilized against you by your enemy, and running through it. Running through it with purpose. It ain't about out slicking shit, because that means you're taking the Eurocentric mind. You're taking the mind of somebody who is not of original, who is not of universal truth, and trying to outsnake the snake. No. As liberators, as melanated folk, we learn what's being used against us. We master what's being used against us, and we use intelligence until it's time to strike. You dig? That is a guerrilla warrior. That is a liberated mind. But that's not the majority of our people. 75% of our people, and some may say 85%, of our people are deaf, dumb, and blind and going to fall victim to the institutions, to the systems, to the lifestyles that they continuously sit in. That's just a fact. So we are championing, the majority of our people are championing, right, these regressive lifestyles, what we like to call nigger shit. And that is how our people are moving. No matter how many times it's been proven to weaken you, no matter how many times it has continuously proven that you're going to be in a terrible position. But such is the lifestyle of where we are at right now. Okay? And black men are the face of it. Make no bones about it. Black men are the face of ignorance more and more because they choose to maintain this lifestyle. All right? There's nothing on a corner. There's nothing on the streets. There's nothing in a bottle. There's nothing in a bag that is going to liberate you. Absolutely nothing. I can guarantee you that. I've stood on corners, sometimes 48 hours. I've hugged the blocks. I've been in clubs until the shit closed and the lights came back on. Observing, trying to feel an energy of positivity. And there's absolutely nothing there. I did it in my teens, in my 20s, until I was snatched up out of there. From my mid-20s to my mid-30s. And then worked the same streets with a different purpose and still saw absolutely nothing there. And that is not only our streets, that is the streets in India, that is the streets in South Africa, that is the streets in Ethiopia, that's the streets in Russia, that's the streets in Korea. The streets are the streets globally. There is nothing there. Period. Nigga shit. As Ghetto Boy said, the world is a ghetto. You find the exact same circumstances all over the planet, which is why the migrants can come over here and get into the same foolishness. World is a ghetto. The conditions that capitalism, the conditions that fascism has created is global. You're gonna have a pimp in Sri Lanka the same way you're gonna have a pimp in Iran. You're gonna have a pimp in Chicago the same way you will have a pimp in Zimbabwe. You're gonna have stick-up kids in Haiti the way you got stick-up kids in Buffalo. You're gonna have stick-up kids in Detroit the same way you're gonna have stick-up kids in Watts. This is what it is when people are impoverished and they do not utilize their mind to really truly understand themselves and what they have going against them. So in those spaces, you are noticing that black men have been in those spaces for so long that they're starting to implode. This is a deep-rooted psychosis that since they don't see themselves in any other space where they believe that they can excel outside of dealing with them old phase, they start to weaken and succumb to coping mechanisms that are very destructive. Hanging out on a corner is destructive. Looking for the side hustle or the main hustle is destructive. So now we're in a space where those coping mechanisms are suicidal. So here in Charlotte, we have the face of the black man once again. However, we've been here before. We've been here with Nat Turner. Yeah. We've been here with Nat Turner. We've been here with what some people don't know, there was a gang in LA of 4 to 6 melanated men that was going around taking old phase heads off. They kept that on the low in the 70s. You understand? We've been here before. We was just here recently with Micah Johnson, who was very different because he, in the at least, made a political statement, though it was stymied. It was hushed. Those of us who knew, knew. Yes, Mo. Yes, Christopher Dorner. Law enforcement. So we've been through this before. However, this reads a little different for me because of the fact he was what they're calling an ex-felon with illegal firearms. And they knew it. And they knew it. Two things can be learned here. How easy it is to get the work in, right? And how much of a disservice it is when it is not a concentrated, thought out effort. So now, they go to do what they believe is ordinary work. However, at the end of it, 4 are unalived, and another 4 to 5 are seriously injured. And subsequently, he was unalived as well. Now again, people can believe that that was his intent. And people who are in that same mental space may even argue that that was his intent because they may say, that's what I'm about. I'm going to hold court. And I'm thinking, damn. I always thought like that at one time too. Until I went to several different courtrooms and found out that the outcome, though very unpleasant, allowed me to fight another day. See, I've been in them courtrooms. I've been to trial. I done blew trial. I heard the guilty verdict. I heard the sentencing forever. You understand what I'm saying? I heard that. I heard that. And even in that, I knew that my demise was only if I allowed it. So I studied hard, stayed in the law library, learned everything that I could learn within the confines of that system about myself and how to navigate and how to utilize the gangsterism that I had learned so well in the street and relearn what I got from childhood as far as liberation, as far as revolutionary. I had to pick that back up. Noah, what's up from Switzerland? Peace and power. You understand? This is what a lot of our melanated men are lacking. They're lacking the self-confidence to pull up out of that and to change not only themselves, but their story. I mean, I'm almost certain that he didn't live every day believing that that was going to be his ending of his story. I'm almost certain of that. See, I've had friends unalive themselves. In the course of street shit. Yeah. I've had friends with that same attitude when they out and about in the street. This is who I am and this is what I'm going to be all the time until they were almost 50 years old and then caught 25-year bid. And now they can't stop crying behind them walls. See, we all, and the majority of us, been there before. This is why I work so hard at making sure that people understand their choices. Because one thing that I've learned since I've been on social media is that I've said so much over the past dozen to 15 years between Facebook and YouTube now that nobody could ever say that nobody told them. Because I'm telling you, I tell you all the time. I tell you I love you. I tell you to believe in yourself. I tell you to pull up out of these institutions and out of these lifestyles. So no one could ever say that. I didn't know. And in the course of me telling melanated folk to love themselves and each other, I've been called a sucker. I've been called somebody who don't want the bag. I've been called all type of weird shit, old shit. You understand? But as many weirds as I have been, as many old as I have been, as many suckers as I have been, hundreds and thousands of times, many people with those same beliefs are unalived by police, by themselves, or up in the hooscow right now. Right now. So therefore, I know what I'm saying is absolute fact. Can change a life in a minute. However, there are too many of these niggas in the streets. And I'm just me. And many times I want to yank them. And that's going to be the majority of another class where I'm going to show you pictures because people don't believe me. When I say I see armies of men every day doing absolutely nothing. Our men. Nothing. No purpose. 35, 40, 45, 50 even, still sagging. Still flooding the liquor stores. Still begging at gas stations. Every day. Every day I see others melanated men, working with the system, working with them OFAs, working with the fascists to keep you in your space, to keep lies fed to you, to keep you unhealthy every day. And I see, excuse me, as well, them same people, the same melanated people being used as physical weapons, right? Physical weapons. Okay? When you see all of these college campuses and the protests and the uprise, what bodies do you see between the school doors and these, what they're calling now professional protesters and agitators? Big, burly black bodies protecting institutions that their kids can't even get into. Fighting wars. That's a war. The same way they utilize black bodies in the Revolutionary War, the same way they use black bodies in the Civil War, they use black bodies for Union, they use black bodies for the Confederate, the same way they use black bodies in Vietnam and Korea, same shit. Black cops in Watts in the Newark riots, same shit. Black cops in the Detroit riots, the same strategy and tactics. All because you have millions of black men without a purpose, and they manifest themselves in these lifestyles daily, and it's proven, and they're going through a psychosis that has them beating and unaliving our women and children at an alarming rate. They're unaliving themselves at an alarming rate. They are strung out at an alarming rate, and they are physically unhealthy. That's suicidal. That's a disease mentality. And we've had too many different leaders, too many different orators, right? Or orators. Too many people with high science and slick mouths to teach you, to inform you. Some of them I can't even come close to, okay? From Noble Drew to Elijah, you understand? To Huey, to Chairman Fred, to Dr. Khaled, to Stokely, too many to give you truth. For you still to be stuck. Yes, definitely. Follow law, all truth. Again, I'm not the best at this because I wasn't trained to do this. I understand and articulate myself well, but I'm a soldier. I'm on the front line. You understand? So again, when you see our people and we're losing battles every day, when you see our people, I want you to really look at them. Nah, man, because y'all not looking. I want you to see them. Look at your black man on the street. Look at your black man in the office space. Look at him on the subways in transit. And see if I'm bullshitting. They are a battered and weak army. You better get your they live glasses on. You better, man. I see it all the time. Which is why, again, more and more of them are having these incidents where they're not coming out. Do you understand? They are not coming out of it. They are meeting their demise in the streets. They're meeting their demise in emergency rooms. They're meeting their demise in courtrooms. All because of the belief that they stand on. The blind faith of what it is to be a street nigga. This is blind faith that you're going to come out of that winning when there's no one that has done it. No one has come out of it unscathed. No one. I ain't meet a street nigga yet that remained in it and came out unscathed. Only ones who've done it came up out of it, and I've been around the best. Trust and believe. That's a class for later on before the weekend come in. I'm gonna give y'all a true story of East New York. Nigga, I ain't never, and I've been around the world, I've never seen fearless men the way I have seen fearless men in East New York. We give zero fucks, I'm telling you. And none of them have been successful if they stayed in them streets. So you have to change your mentality. And this man in Charlotte evidently didn't have either the time and the space or the nurturing to pull up out of it. So without a true political statement from his mouth, he met his demise over some dumb shit. Which is what almost all the rest of these individuals that we're going to speak about in class tonight is about. Dumb shit. Okay? So as you see, it hasn't been since that day. What is today? Wednesday? Since Monday. It ain't been all that. Same way with Michael Johnson. It wasn't all over. They hushed that quick. Quick. Because they do not want copycats. They do not want people in that headspace. Because that very headspace that they are in negatively can be switched just like that into a liberation mindset. Just like that. Doesn't take long at all. You just have to be around people that's going to nurture that. I'm telling you, you don't believe me? For the law, formerly known as Clarence 13X, built a nation of them just like that. Didn't take him long at all. Boom. Knowledge of self is very easy to understand. Just like that. Just like that. Doesn't take long. But when there is no one consistent in the showing and proving, they fall by the wayside and are left to their own devices. Look at your black man when you go outside today. Since we're in a new day, just you don't have to believe me. Just look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Okay? So that's what we learned from Charlotte. Now, because we're dealing with the mentality of melanated men, and he was a young man, very young for that to be his ending. Let's talk to this other young man, A Boogie with the hoodie. Man, I didn't understand this young man when he first came out. I didn't see what the law was because he blew up quick just like that. And I'm like, he ain't saying shit. However, I really got into the lyrics, the delivery, and found a law in it with the help of my youngins. So I said, you know what? This young man might have a little something. Yeah. Seen him pull the regular industry stunts, you know. He shut down a whole mall in Queens. You know, come on. Another repeat of what we used to do. Have you ever seen, man, our rappers back then without social media, where you only got to see them on TV, on video music box, and you see them in the street? And I remember when Meth bought his first car. His first car was a Mazda Millennium. Them shits wasn't even out yet. Got him, I guess they gave it to him. Mazda Millennium. Gave it to him. Him and Redman, downtown Brooklyn, Albee Square Mall. I was just happened to be, I don't know why I was downtown. I hear him calling, yo, Bliz. What up? By the time he did that, the whole block was surrounded. Now, this isn't Cal. He ain't even had a solo album out. We still talking. 36 Chambers. Shut the block down. So he telling me, yo, come on to the no, sir. Kids going crazy. No, I'll see y'all later. Kept it moving. See, these things are not new, so when you see them shutting down malls and buildings and this and that, that's the regular energy. You understand? But this little dude ain't been out in a minute. So, when I seen him coming through the timeline yesterday, day before, yeah, about 2 days ago, I was like, okay, what did this dude do? Because I just started maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago hearing some new song from him. Okay, this, and I use the term lightly, knucklehead was overseas and gets into an altercation with club security. That's what they're calling them, before they get into the club. Seems that he had a concert, he's over there on tour, so he had a successful show in Paris, France. And we already know about Paris. I mean, I was reading about Paris, France, and the hoods in Paris in the 80s. Then, more currently and up to date, remember Dame Dash got his ass knocked out over in Paris fronting. Yeah, on camera and all that. Yeah. Punched in the head, ran up out of there. Yeah. All that. So now, I looked at the tape, I looked at the little filming, and at first, I really, really thought that he was stunting. I really thought that, and I'm going to stick with it. I think he pulled a stunt because after the show, and this is what's being reported, and you can view it for yourself, that he was drinking an open bottle. Now, from the very initial point, he's looking at the camera, drinking up, stunt. Overseas, and from what they saying, that part of his entourage was having trouble getting into the party, into the club. So by the time he walked up, I said, yo, can't come through. Couldn't even drink outside with the bottle. Instead of him being easy, you see him walk off, I guess walk to the vehicles, see his man and him still having trouble getting in the spot. He comes, walks his ass over there, hard body, like he's in the BX, like he's in Manhattan somewhere, and aggressively gets into it with security on the outside with some big burly melanated brothers who trying to say, yo, just chill. Nah, not this 28-year-old hothead. 28, not 18, not 19, 28 years old, overseas. So much to where big man felt pressed and picked up the damn pole. You know, the little bullshit poles with the little stringy thing that they got outside the clubs that really don't mean nothing. You know, little things that separate the VIP and all that. Yeah. Picked it up. And of course, when he picks that up, what does that do? It doesn't tell him to chill. That's not a signal for him to chill. That's a signal for him to act up. What he didn't see is when homie picked that up, the other security dude picked up the mace or the pepper spray out of his pocket and hit them. And big man with the pole chase him. So they scurry and hightail it up out of there a little bit until he, boom, finds the bottle that he was drinking, breaks it, and then comes back. So now it's a little mix-up, a little melee. Nobody really got hurt, got hands put on and all that. But I'm thinking, what if that security was a little bit more aggressive? What if the crowd out there would have flipped on him? Or what if he would have banged somebody out with that broken bottle top? Then it's free a boogie, right? Then it's free this 28-year-old who was overseas acting as if he was going to the FIFA. So again, I always question the mentality. Like I said, the mentality, that couldn't have never been us. When we were coming up, the rap dudes wasn't getting into nothing at all. It might have been us. You know, us who's not even attached to the entourage like that, us who's coming through, getting into it with other dudes, the rappers and their entourage definitely wasn't getting into nothing. That didn't come out till later. You start getting that shit in like 98, 99. Wasn't doing it. Wasn't doing it. You had a few dudes and you know, that had to defend themselves, right? Like Onyx always fought at they shows because dudes, that energy that they had, the songs, the energy, you know, people wanted to test them. But most of the pioneers, most of the new era, most of that Renaissance era knew that you can't mess this thing up. You can't mess it up. So now we have regressed so much to the point of these new artists being so mindless and ignorant that before they even get to the bag, they blow it. They blow it. This is where they at with it. So I'm always observing from a different point and different perspective. See, because I've been overseas. I know how the police get down. We witnessed some other things happen to rappers overseas, right? You seen them lock ASAP ass up, right? We seen them have Mos Def into some funny style vacuum of either you're here or you're there, but you're not here, you're not there, and had him caught up as if he was a citizen of nothing. Because again, these attitudes that we have are for here. These behaviors that we have are for here. He could have been overseas and caught the Brittany Griner real quick. But he's still over there, so there's no telling where that sense of thinking is going to have him. He still got tour dates. He went from there, I believe he's just in the UK where they shut one of his clubs down. Because, no, it wasn't even a club. I think today he was supposed to perform in a venue, but the venue keep having difficulties. Ricky, much appreciated for funding the war effort. So when you see these dudes, you talking about free this one and free that one, I'm never with that. Not for me, shit. I did a time and two before that. Nick, you get caught up, you're gonna do your time, right? So let's wish that A Boogie with the hoodie calms himself and gets himself safely back to the States before he catch a bad one over there. Okay? Before he catch a bad one. Because that little thing, again, I still think it was a Hummer stunt. How he looked into the camera and made the conscious decision to go back and to brace up. It's like, I don't know too many dudes that do shit like that overseas. Not in this climate. So I think it was a Hummer stunt. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I know what wasn't a Hummer stunt, though. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what wasn't a Hummer stunt. Sister Suki. Yeah. Sister Suki. Queen Custody. Got cuffed up. Cuffed up for having some type of illegal drug. I don't know what it was. Yeah. So I'm wondering if the good doctor went to bail her out. That's what I'm wondering. Did the good doctor go and bail her out? Because you know she got up in his grippers. Yeah, he was smiling. Yeah, he mentioned her several times. Did he go bail her out? But even if he didn't, bail her out, right? She gets out and double downs. This is just how ignorant this group is, this generation here. The last 15 to 20 years of commercial rap. That's why I said rap is done. It's done. This is a clown show. And she gets out and brags about it. Like it's okay. Now, you could keep saying that you sell box. I sell my box. I do this. I do that. Yeah, my grippers is blown out. Yeah, I don't care about none of that. This is what I am. This is how I be. This is how I get down. You can do all of that. You. Yeah. Yeah, Suki. Yeah. You can do all of that. Yeah. But one thing you cannot brag about and feel good about is being cuffed up with the charge of having some type of drugs. Are you serious? Like this is acceptable. And I seen it coming. I seen it from the very first season of Love and Hip Hop when they was putting all them remedial, autistic, spectrumy ass broads on TV. I said, this gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess with the Jessica Dimes and the Bambis and the Buckies and all these little. I seen it. I said, this is gonna be bad because what's going to happen is the most ignorant of our nation is going to start to follow this and believe that it's okay, right? The ghettos, the hoods, the wards, the people who refuse to get up out of the funk are going to love this type of shit and embrace it. Now we're in a space where custody could get caught with drugs. A custody who's an admitted box seller can get caught with drugs and people celebrate it. And it ain't even just regular people. Because people our age is grandparents now. So you got grandmas celebrating this shit. And y'all think that our people ain't done? So now, not only did she double down and say, I got locked up, I've been selling my box, but now here goes the almost exact timing to the T. Rap beef. Now she wants to beef with JT and this shit is just, this shit is just crazy. It's crazy at this point. Orchestrated rap beef. Yeah, listen, yeah, Ray, Granny's is out here. I already told y'all. Granny's out here showing more than that. Granny's out here doing, man, listen. Granny's is out here in jeggings and tights. I already told y'all. You can see the Depends line. Like, what are we doing? I ain't never seen no grandmas like this ever in the whole history of our people. Jeggings with Depends. Jeggings with slides. He's 72. Who? Look, you ain't looking at your ass. No one wants to fit in their nurturing roles of and bettering our people. No, it's like I see the grannies with the pens and they tights, and they fitted ass t-shirts and all this out, and granny, put that away. You see these old ass men peeing outside, back and forth to the liquor store for the worst thing in the world. Now they got these little dollar snips of everything. Get a dollar shot of Henny or a dollar shot of Absolute, back and forth. Pops, why your ass ain't somewhere rocking somebody grandchildren to sleep? This is out here like it's just a whole cluster of garbage right now. It is. It is, yeah, Granny Gripper gating, man. Come on, man. Yeah. That's where we at with it. Ain't no lost purpose, there's no purpose. That's where we at with it right now. And you have to understand that in order to get around it. Because if they ain't doing that, then they ain't in the damn church for absolutely nothing. Because the church is not telling them how to be good people, how to be polite. They the worst of the worst. Rude, cutting people off and driving, abusive out of their mouth and all that. And they taking the tithes from the church, and the church is taking that and making sure it goes to Israel. So that's where we at with it right now. So when you got Sister Suki sitting there waiting on Dr. Umar to bail her out, she's devising a way to manipulate and spin the story so she could go extra viral on social media. No one is working. No one is making an attempt to better our people or our situation. Everyone's, 85% of them are manifesting themselves in the most ignorant spaces. In the most ignorant spaces. So you can only want for a total war to come through. That's all you can want, so you can get rid of some of this garbage. The casualties have to pile up because they in the way. They're in the way. They're in the way. Okay? So let's make sure Sister Suki get enough bail money. Oh, well, she's out, right? I already saw her. Let's hope her and Dr. Umar have some, gripper action going on enough for, for her going away. Yeah, because if it's a felony that sticks, she about to be up out of here. Wait a minute, what? Hold on, wait a minute now. Shanita Jones. Grandmothers are tired, they need a drink. The more I do, the more they take. I wish I drank liquor. You a grandmother, Shanita? You up at 12:31? You a grandmother? Where you at? You in Cali or something? You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. Both my grandmothers kept going until they transitioned. That ain't gonna, that's not supposed to, Yo! Man. Nah, you gotta keep the fight up. Because if it's not you, then who? Okay? Happy birthday, Gwendolyn Renee Barton. Damn, that's a long name. Remain blessed on your born day. Happy born day. Gwendolyn Renee Barton. Yeah. Gwendolyn. How old is you, Gwendolyn? I don't mean to pry. But Gwendolyn, that's an old school name. I ain't heard of a Gwendolyn since Gwendolyn Brooks. Like, damn. Yeah. "24? Man, listen, Gwenny. That's what we gonna call you, Gwenny. I don't know what they did. What? 24? And you here with us? That's what I'm talking about, youngins. Listen, you enjoy your born day, all right? Sit there, bask in your accomplishments over this past year, and acknowledge that, okay? That you've grown from 23 to 24, all right? And acknowledge that growth. Even if you are the only one who knows that, you gotta acknowledge that growth. You have to. If you don't acknowledge that growth, then it's gonna be gone. And I guarantee you, you can look back over the past year and find at least 10 points in which you have grown. And then you gotta keep growing and keep building on that. That's what you do. That's what born days are for, okay? That's what you're going to do. You enjoy that. Shanita, I'm going to do me. I've been sick. I watched these kids live their best lives when their mother was sick. She quit taking her medicine because she was tired. I was angry, but now I understand. Well, you sound like you need an assessment and a session, and we can help you get rid of some of that anger. Because that's trauma, okay? That's trauma. And we can assist with that. You can't hold that anger. When you hold that anger, that's an energy. You gotta release that energy. That drinking is not gonna do it. I don't care if you cry every day. Crying is releasing that energy. If you hold it, and you hold it for years and years, that's the sickness. That's the unhealthy space. Because all that is energy. Our thoughts manifest energy. That energy, if it's regressive, it'll take you out of here. If it's a pleasant energy, it'll keep you moving. But you can't contain that and have that shit in your chest. You gotta get that up out of here. You got to let that go. You dig? And that's real talk. All emotions manifest into energy. All of it. But see, people don't want to hear that. They want to believe in sexual energy and transferring energy and my chakras and my rocks and my incense and all that. Okay? That energy that comes from sadness, that comes from depression, that comes from anger, that comes from rage, if you don't let it out, it'll eat you up. Okay, I have that. I'm no longer angry. I just allowed her son to move in and he's about to get kicked out. He needs you. Okay. Yeah, well, send him to me. Send him to me. But if you want to kick him out, you're going to kick him out. Can't do nothing now. He done messed up. Can't tell me to help him if you want to kick him out. You already gave him a red cup. Sometimes it might help. Give him a red cup. Put his ass in front of the corner and see how he like it. Because when it's too much going on, I'm not the one to sit here and tell you to keep somebody who's off beat in your crib and around you. We're seeing a lot of that. As I spoke about in the beginning of class, we have melanated men in a space of psychosis. And it's suicidal because they're using past coping mechanisms and belief systems and have them in a delusional space where they believe that they're right, that nobody's supposed to tell them anything, that nobody's supposed to give them direction, that they can sit in they funk and destroy everything around them. That shit ain't it. You know what? You right. You have every right to believe what you believe in, sir. Get your red cup, take your ass to the corner, and figure it out. You won't do it up in here. So I won't tell you no different because I'm not with the kumbaya shit. Black men need to get their shit together. Straight up. And sometime that corner will wake your ass up. Sometime it won't. I tell them quick. Sometimes they be begging and passing through, and I'm like, you look able. You really twisted? You really need this dollar, homie? Go to jail. They'll get you straight. 3 hots in the cot. Straighten your ass right up. Because you're not going to be begging in the community. Take your ass to the old face. Go to Wall Street. Get to Midtown Manhattan. Get away from our hoods. Begging from us every day. That ain't going to happen. You got to get right. You dig? You got to get right. Because I'm not with it. Our women, our children, our elders are being hurt every day. I get DMs from all across the country, cities all over, of horror stories. Black men unaliving women and kids, unaliving themselves, hurting elders. I'm not with that. If they too far gone, they got to go. Run their ass up out of here. That's it. That's it. You're not going to find that garbage over here. You know, no. Let them other platforms tell you, no, all black men need to be supported. Oh, we can do it. Oh, we can do it. No, the hell we can't. Some of these dudes is gone. Traumatized. They need pills. If they need a pill and they in your house, and you're not a doctor, and you don't know what's going on with them, and you can't prescribe them a pill, you just gonna let them take you out? Hell no. Hell no. Get them up out of there from away from you. You got the roll. I don't care what it is. Get your little stick, get your little napkin, get your little sandwich, put that shit in there. You got the hot telly. Yeah. Get them moving. Get your shit like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Your little stick. Put your little snacks in the little goddamn handkerchief. You got it, right? You gang banging and all that shit. Get your red flag or your blue flag. Put some fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in there. Break out. You got it. But you're not going to destroy us. Nah. Simple as that. Yeah. Get your stick in your handkerchief and get the fuck up out of here. That's it. Can only help those who genuinely want help. You're not equipped to do it. The only reason why I know how to do anger management, domestic violence is because I've been trained, consistently trained, and get retrained and consistently study and work and do it and do it. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do that. Okay? Shanita Jones, salute for funding the war effort. You understand? Everybody can't do it. They're not equipped. They don't have the patience. They've traumatized. They don't want to do it. They've been hurt so much by a person, they don't want to help them. And I get that. I understand that. Trust and believe that. Ain't no conscious book, ain't no woke shit, ain't none of that shit get rid of the ills of somebody who's mentally and emotionally twisted. None of that shit is in those books. None of those doctrines talk about fixing a black man with anger issues. You make him, he take his shahada, he just an angry goddamn Muslim. That's it. He get knowledge of self, now he's a drunk God body. And he don't know how to deal with the emotions and how it affects his mentality and how he moves. Ain't none of that shit gonna work. That's why most of them turn into scammers and end up going to jail and doing, because that shit is, it's a minimal fix. It's a minimal fix. And I get tired of people thinking that that's the end all to it. Oh, take your shahada. Oh, get knowledge yourself. Oh, then. So what? That's just like a punk ass nigga lifting weights. He's just gonna be a big brolic punk. Cause he never fixed the fear. That's it. And then read 1,000 books talking about he woke and conscious. And now he beating your ass. You understand? So I'm letting these people fool y'all and scam them. Oh, he's solid. Oh, he deep. Oh, he deep. And 3 months down the line, he doing some stupid shit. Telling Sister Suki and all that. That's my Sister Suki. That shows an imbalance somewhere. Okay? Okay, who's next? Stunna girl. Whoever she is. Right? I didn't know about her. I still don't know about her. Until we seen the clip. She was performing and some young man said, hey, free cheeks. Slapped on that thick hiney. Yeah, she from Sacramento, I guess, Sacktown or whatever. Got a little song or whatever. I don't know. But she was performing. And because she was performing in them little shorts, and you had a little dude who, again, hormones raging, probably had a little sippy sip, might have had some of that fentanyl laced tweed, seen them cheeks and noticed that it was round, and the shit played on his mind because he see them cheeks on Instagram all day. He watching Twitter, he see cheeks on Twitter. Everywhere in the world he see cheeks. So he seen cheeks at the show and he slapped it. And she kept performing. So she kept performing. She whispered something to somebody. However, whoever she whispered to, that wasn't the cat that I seen. The first dude that approached the young man was her husband. Yeah, her husband. Rich Moolah, 500. Now this Stunner girl chick is supposed to be 25 with her cheeks out in them shorts. Yeah, you know them shorts, not the Daisy Dukes. She had the Welcome Back Carter basketball specials. You know them blue shorts with the white stripes, when something like similar to those. You know. Them fitting shorts. So of course the youngin' was extra excited. And whatever was in the lyrics, or I guess how she present herself, you know, they all are presenting themselves as Nickies, as Lottos, as Cardis, as Booty Hole Browns and Glorillas and all of that, the JTs. So all of a sudden, he seen them cheeks, he seen them shorts, he heard the lyrics, he seen them cheeks, he heard them shorts, that liquor hit him. Let me see what them cheeks do if I slap it. Free cheeks. So now the husband gets tight and jumps down, comes down. And he got words because homie like, yo, who are you? First of all, what I do? So they going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And all of a sudden, a bigger dude comes and grabs Shorty up, chokes him out. So Shorty tries to fight, and lo and behold, they stomp him out. Whoops upon him now. Whoops upon him good. Now, I already see a case from that. And I'm like, damn. They getting ready to get this little girl's whole career messed up. One shot. But to add insult to injury and to jam herself, she jumps off the stage and starts kicking this dude too. And kick him and kick him and kick him. Now, what does the scene remind you of when you go to the videotape? They stomping on him, they getting the best of him, and she start kicking on him. And the only thing that came to my mind was Suge and Pac stomping out Orlando. That's what stuck. I said, damn. The last person I seen get the whooped on like that was Orlando. And this little dude was frail. So I'm almost certain he got about 6 or 7 lawyers on him right now. And I guarantee you, whatever 360 she signed, whatever independent ends that she got, she not gonna eat. If this little dude is smart, she not gonna be eating from no rap money for a long time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He could stop that right now. He could get her pub right now. He could sue for easy. Put the number up, man. Put a light number, 10 mil. And if he get 2 mil out of that, because we know commercial rappers ain't getting no bread. We already know what's going on with the streams and all that. Rap is dead. Easy. 2 mil. Of rock her whole existence. Because she ain't shit right now. You ain't generating no streams. And they whooped him out. And it was very unnecessary for her to be getting her kicks in after they've been whooping him out for a good minute and a half. But again, the mindset, that street belief, that nigga belief, that it's up, it's lit, that right there is always going to be the demise of melanated folk. They just don't get it. And what is the purpose? What was the purpose? Man. Yeah, man. Yeah. You're gonna learn today. So Stunna girl and hubby. Yeah, 25-year-old with a hubby. Salute. I hope y'all legit husband and wife on paper. That's a start. because you're going to go through the financial struggle together on this one. So yeah, if somebody know the little homie that got stomped out and kicked up on by Stunna girl, point him to the Johnny Cochran law firm. Yeah, he just got a nice little come up just for slapping some cheeks. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No doubt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good come up. Yeah. That's a good come up. Because he should be in all type of aches and pains right now. Neck hurt because they grabbed and choked him up. And what if her security isn't licensed? Yeah. Woo. Man. Mm. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice little come up. Just because he went to a rap show. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just because he went to a rap show. Yeah, his neck, his back, his shoulder. She kicked him with them funny ass things she had on her feet. Kicked him several times. She did it. After he was already down and out. That's an assault. That's a come up. It's a little swing. Yeah. That's a come up. Nigga went to a rap show. Yeah, with shoes. Went to rap show, got stomped out with shoes. And somebody who was defending his wife's honor. As if her honor wasn't out in them booty shorts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know them booty shorts. The Doogie Howser specials. The Fred Savage Wonder Year dodgeball shorts. Yeah, them shits. She's trying to put a size 16, 18 hiney in a size 9, 10 shorts. Yeah. Stunning as a girl. Mm-hmm. Career should be over. Remember Miguel? Remember Grammy nominated Miguel? Mr. Second Coming of Prince? Remember, he inadvertently had a mistake trying to jump and be super fly and hit that girl in the neck. Oh, yeah. You ain't heard from Miguel since. That lawsuit rocked his dumb, weak ankle ass. And that was an accident. These people beat this dude down. Kicked him up with shoes. Yeah, her career should be done before it even got started. She'll be having an OnlyFans soon, and the husband should be supportive behind that. Yeah, Miguel had weak ankles. He tried to jump across that she caught that old fake girl right in the neck. Almost broke her damn head off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That little dude need to get paid. He should be on Instagram right now going live. He should be right now going live with a neck brace on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So make sure y'all tag Stunna Girl and her husband, Rich Moolah 500. Yeah, Rich Moolah, get that bread up. Yeah, you gonna get that bread up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But keep supporting wifey though. That's how you do it every time. Yeah. Every time somebody gets hypnotized by them cheeks and them shorts, you go out, you put on your Spidey cape and get out there and make sure they at the best of their behavior. Yeah, that's what you do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you do. Because it's worth it. Because her honor as a sexual commercial rapper is the most important. That's what you do. Okay? That's what you do. Nah, he shouldn't have been standing tall. That's the wrong answer. He should have laid there. Laid down. That's what he should have did. Laid down on him. Come on now. But it's getting late. At least it is here. It's almost 1 o'clock. But again, I had to come on because, again, we're going to celebrate Mental Health Awareness Month. But before we go, somebody tagged that whole cast of New York Undercover and tell them to take their old asses and sit down. Nobody want to see none of that shit. It barely was good enough to be around when the shit was out. We not gonna act like it wasn't corny, but we enjoyed it because we knew we were gonna see some rapper or Mary or any one of these songstresses and R&B, and we had the whole hip hop clothing culture and all that. But it was a cornball ass show. Okay? Now I don't know who is trying to get bread off this. I know Andre Harrell is gone, but I know for a fact that a whole show had nothing but Grippergate all over it. And if you're going to reintroduce this show, y'all going to open up a lot of doors to a lot of conversations. Okay? Okay? Because Mr. Malik, yo, but we know you Grippergate. We know you like them lizards. You need to fall back. You don't need a reboot, sir. Some conversations is going to come up. Okay? Y'all need to sit down. Because everybody that was on that show was at one time affiliated with the Puffster. So maybe y'all trying to get up some money for his legal defense. Yeah, because all of a sudden, we talking about that? All of a sudden, out of everything, and you could reboot, we rebooting that? We not gonna reboot Ed Gordon show? We not gonna reboot A Different World? We not gonna reboot something that is of quality? We gonna reboot Cops? We gonna reboot a low budget 21 Jump Street-ish type of show? This is what we doing now? What's gonna be the spin? Y'all gonna put more Grippergate in? Y'all gonna put more lizard activity in? What's gonna be the reboot? Y'all gonna have Mary on stage again? What we doing here? Come on now. This is what we doing? Shit, damn it, go reboot Rock or something, man. When are we rebooting that shit? Again, black folk putting black folk in jail? That's all the hell they did. You run around putting people in jail. and then go to the club. Yeah. With his custody father. Yeah. This is what we doing? We rebooting that. Come on, man. Cut the bullshit out, man. Nice try. Get that shit up out of here. Come on, man. Nah, we not doing that. New York Undercover, sit down. Sit down. Because I'm telling you, when you start digging and start seeing how Andre was down with Grippergate, start digging and seeing these other conversations, because the majority of the people who were in quad shooting of Tupac had something to do with New York Undercover. We're going to start reliving that and start asking some more deep questions. Come on now. Y'all need to stop. Again, people on the internet talking too much. Exactly. Undercover. Yeah, raw talk. Undercover. A lot of Grippergate was on that show. A lot of people who were abused is on that show. A lot of people who contract was messy is on that show. Again, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Salute to everyone who funded the war effort tonight. If you're new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. You dig what I'm saying? As always, all things work in divine order. You have the power to change everything about your existence. No one has power or authority over you. No one. When you decide that, then you will start manifesting your greatness. Okay? And 55 gang, get y'all grades up.